I'm going to show you. Let me share my screen that way. I can show what I'm showing you guys. So my channel is called Heal Now, and if you put it, I tested myself last week. This is my channel that has the same logo.
The symbol.
Yeah. So, and what I tested was how to use videos. If you go to my videos, you will see.
I got a bunch of them.
No, I did 3. One for a Chinese guy who came to the conference. So this is on me, okay? I tested it for the first time. And so I'm going to go through. So when I tested 250 markers, I tested on me.
Yeah.
36 were off. Little inflammation, it is like, I would say, like every 25. So 25, 10
okay.
times. So it's like 1/10 I have a problem in my body, right? You could see 36. So then I went through the video where, like, the markers. So the time, remember, each cannabinoid has terpenes. So the floral fragrance, like if I show you, thymol. What my body is looking for is thymol strain. So I would, like, if I'm doing a testing on my patients, this is what I use as a cannabis wheel.
Okay.
So time is here. So I would ask them to take a herbal.
Okay.
So I would have circled that. And then I'm going to go through. So the next thing was CBDA. So my body was just on time fixed 29 markers.
Wow.
And only one with, and then so you could see the need was very, very low, right? So CBDA and time, that's it.
Yeah.
And so if you go, then I also have another category called terpenes. So if you go into terpenes and you can look for thymol, it's actually found in thyme, extracted from common thyme and various kind of plant, and it's a derivative of cyanine, and so you could see, I can, instead of even taking cannabinoids, I can just add essential oil thyme.
Yeah.
And the CBDA property, if you go and look, I want to see what is my body looking for, and CBDA was only how much? 6.
6, yeah.
Not even like a lot it was looking for. So if I go, I think I had it on the first page. And I wanted to see why is it calling for that? Like what is it that my body was looking for? CBDA is antifungal. So a little bit of support for antifungal, anti-inflammatory. Maybe there is mold, we are inhaling and stuff.
Could be, yeah.
And some anti-inflammatory property. And thymol, usually is digestion. And it is antiseptic. So that's all. You could see, what is it my body looking for? Little antisepsis, little antifungal, little anti-inflammation. And then that's it. I'm reset. Right?
Yeah.
So if you understand your body, you can work with it. Why fight it, right? It's saying, hey, I'm looking for attention from this. And that's it. And I could immediately
cool.
see, yeah. So that's what, and it is all based on frequency. So what I did was the way you do frequency is, the reason is I started drinking kombucha, and I found, see, how it has culture on the bottom.
Yeah.
This is called Scooby. That is symbiotic bacteria and yeast. They call it symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast. It's a vinegar base. It has a very strong smell of vinegar.
Oh, yeah. You can smell it, yeah.
Yeah. So what happened was when I started taking it, my voice became deep.
Really?
Usually, this is not my regular voice. My voice is a little bit softer than this. Mm-hmm. So whatever alters your voice, you are inflamed to the food.
Something that's,
yeah, because that's the first see, when you have sore throat, what happens? Your voice gets because whenever you are putting a wrong colony in, you react
Your
first.
body
So
reacts,
my
yeah.
inflammation, and I immediately knew my throat was bothering me, and no other symptom. I had no body aches and pain, and I immediately had to stop that for a little bit because I want to re-energize, recolonize myself, and then come back to it. So when I initially was not even bothered by my voice, but my father is a great force in my life. He comes and says, "Why do you talk like a man?" I'm like saying, "Oh my God!" So I had to do something.
That'll be my father. Yeah. Just come on, say it. Yeah.
He like great, in
That's all.
chopping me down and like making me feel humble
Sound like a man.
because I did have like a rough voice.
Yeah.
So it's like the morning voice.
Yeah.
So it was so funny. And then so I said, okay, let me pull back. So I started kombucha for some time. And then afterwards, when I recovered, I still use it, but you could see my tone is like a little
The tone,
different
yeah.
because it's like little bit, the timber is like little like heavier.
Yeah.
But maybe that's actually, see, when my pitch is high, it means I'm lacking B vitamin.
Oh, really?
So maybe this might have been the regular way. I should have aged, but maybe the high pitch I kept because I was lacking B vitamin. I have no idea
Could be,
what
yeah.
is normal, but I feel good. But like you, I was not having energy at all.
Yeah.
So when I started doing moringa, my voice became like a little bit better. So I am not like sometimes I felt when I was talking too much, it was like hurtful.
Yeah.
The throat like felt like I was using it too much.
Yeah.
So when I pulled back, started the adaptogen. Adaptogen is the only way to see these moringa, marijuana, everything has adaptogen in it. That's why the people are having so much relief because it. What is adaptogen is actually my teacher says it another way. He calls it anything that makes you feel anti-aging
Mhm.
and reverses the effect of aging in your life is immortality,
Okay.
right? It's immortality, whether it's herb or attitude or a thought current. So like when we think we are this old, but whereas when we think we are young, we perform differently. Let's say I feel in my body I'm 16-year-old, right? And people, and you have seen like these guys, juicing guys and stuff, like,
Oh, yeah.
they look like so old, but like they will act very young.
Yeah.
So that's because what we think of us is more important than what we are.
Oh, yeah.
So the time when you think of it as human time is stressful because we bury it in the belly. You say, "Oh, I'm feeling rushed. I have to get out." But he says when you think of it as essence of what you need to produce in this period.
Mhm.
So instead of calling it time, if you call it period, like I have this period to grow this piece in me, then you have no stress, right? Like I have this essence. Okay, I want to be the good father, and the period to be a good father is maybe 10 years, right? Whereas when you say, okay, my period is like, I'm stuck, I'm going to be forever raising this kid, like think how it feels. Like it feels so stressful. Oh my God, I'm sentenced myself to like raising this kid
Yeah.
for 10 years and that's it. Like, out goes your content life. So what he's saying is don't think of time as a factual or reality based. Instead, think of it as essence, the sweetness based, the experience what you're going to derive out of that, which is going to be timeless. And he says when you do it that way, you are already in the process of anti-aging. And he says when you think like that
Yeah.
and you put an essence of a herb in your body, it anchors that for you. It's like almost like you have a calendar you want to hang, which is the period essence, and the pin is the herb. And the herb could be marijuana for you, moringa for me, bamboo for somebody, like for panda beer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So the herb is what it is that pegs that information to.
Yeah.
Like for me, that's the way I relate to the plants. Like, when I go to Singapore, the creeping fig is all over. Have you ever visited Singapore?
No.
The creeping
No,
fig
but
is
anyway.
all over the airport wall and stuff. In
really?
Arizona, when I went, I saw the same thing, creeping pig. And you know what? It felt like that experience of experiencing that plant made me feel at home in Arizona, even though it was not even related.
Yeah.
Same thing happened in Los Angeles. Same creeping fig is in Los Angeles. Everywhere, all the hotels and stuff. I felt so relieved. I said, oh, okay, I feel at home.
Yeah.
Through plants, I come home.
Yeah.
And, and same thing with the birds. You go to New Hampshire, you see a bird, you feel at home, right? It's like the trees, the space
I'm like
they
that with
hold.
birds.
Huh?
Birds.
Yeah. So I feel same thing in Dubai. They have creeping figs. So I feel there's certain plant that holds those space. And when you build that catalog, like whether even if it is a bird, like you just have to figure out what is that one space you're relating to and why. You would always go back to like one day that bird was there when your grandmother that was singing to you, or like it's like amazing how important.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah.
I like the Shrek. She will be singing that Fiona.
Oh,
That
Fiona,
song.
yeah.
The bird buzz. And she'll cook it.
Fiona, yeah.
That's like
Shrek's
me.
girlfriend.
I'm the perfect Shrek's wife. Yeah, so funny. Life is funny.
It is.
I'm gonna stop. So, did it make sense to you?
Yeah, no,